the group that we formed, SAVE International, now has its offices in San Francisco, but it also has local chapters, and therefore we are able to coordinate between the local and the global. And because of SAVE's professionals, we're able to provide a big variety of skills.
那这个是国际黑面琵鹭后援联盟，就是 SAVE， 他们的总部在旧金山，但是在全世界各地都有分布，所以他们可以让全世界的科学家在不同范围里面来协调工作，所以有这样的组织，他们可以有不同领域专长的能力来提供我们帮助。
The third was to combine good science and local wisdom. And this we have found in all of the work that Marcia and I have done, both in Taiwan but in the United States as well, is that we need academic theory, but we also have to have the wisdom of local people.
那第三点呢，就是要结合正确的科学数据跟当地人的智慧。那在他们进行过很多的计划当中，他们都发现到，当然学术理论是必须要的，但是你必须要结合当地人的智慧。
Now, in the early years of the Spoonbill battle, this was the international expert. Remember this guy? Yeah. Malcolm Coulter he's now dead, but he was the IUCN co-chair of the specialist group on storks, ibis, and spoonbills. And he probably knew more about the theory of spoonbill behavior than anybody else in the world. So, when we got him to help us, it made a significant difference because he had all of the theory in his head.
这因为是高水先生，是最早跟我们一起在反对南行动里面，他是世界自然保护联盟欢咕噜和黑面琵鹭的这个计划的负责人，所以他对黑面琵鹭的理论知识非常非常丰富，大概比全世界所有人都还要厉害。但是他已经去世了，所以一开始我们有他是非常的得力的一个伙伴。
Now, this Uncle Gallon, he was a local fisherman, and when we showed him the maps of where the Taiwan scientists were saying the spoonbills were located, he said, "That's not right. I know I've seen spoonbills in other places."
那这一位是焦望国，他是当地的一位渔民。那我们把就是政府提出来的一个黑面琵鹭出没的那个地图给他看的时候，他说不对，我还有在别的地方看过他，因为我自己在那边捕鱼。
Now, this is an interesting set of maps. The Taiwan scientists had said the spoonbill is only located here. Here's Chigu Lagoon, Zenlin River. They said this is the only place there's spoonbill. This is what was in the EIA.
这个是台湾政府的环境讲评估，他们说只有在这个时候北部这一小块地方才会有黑面琵鹭出没。
That meant that it was perfectly fine. You were not going to endanger the spoonbill if you fill part of Chigu Lagoon, because the spoonbills are a long ways away from Chigu Lagoon.
那这张地图的意思就是要说西湖离它很远，所以我们把它整个填平都不会有问题。这个是台湾的环境反程度报告。
But Malcolm Coulter, the science guy, said, well, that's probably not right. And he theorized that if the spoonbills were here, which is right here, that they were roosting here, and that they probably would fly up to 30 kilometers to feed.
在那个我们刚刚看到那位 Coulter 教授，他的理论就告诉他说，如果你画出来这个地方是它的栖息的地方的话，那根据理论，30公里的范围之内都是他们可能觅食的地方。
Now, Uncle Gao said he wasn't sure that was correct either. And he then made a map with me. All of these green areas are places that Uncle Gao said he had seen spoonbill.
那虽然我不确定这个理论正不正确，但他跟我们Hester教授一起在地图上标出来他曾经看到过黑面琵鹭觅食的地点，就是现在看到的绿色的部分。
Now, the interesting thing is, Dr. Coulter and Uncle Gaong didn't completely agree because all of these areas in here are only about 15 kilometers max from this location.
那交王国跟 Coulter 教授的理论并不是完全吻合，因为他说30公里，但是交王国的地图上最多可能只有15公里的范围。
And this whole area down here, Uncle Gaong didn't say anything about spoonbills down here.
那底下这块空白的地方，交王国完全没有说到他有看到黑面琵鹭。
Why do you think he didn't say anything about spoonbills down here?
为什么交王国没有在这边说？有人知道为什么吗？
Somebody tell me. Why didn't the local fishermen tell us anything about spoonbills down here?
我们可以现在看为什么他完全没有标底下这一块。
That part is not this like bioregion. That is not this bioregion. Like he didn't fish there, he didn't go there, and that's not bioregion.
Yes.
Yeah. He only fished and only lived in the area north of the Sinwin River.
因为江国他就在中文西北的这边活动。
So his knowledge didn't help us down here. But he was almost 100% correct in the area where he fished. So this was either really bad science or the government had paid those scientists to lie.
所以底下这个图，它要么就是很糟糕的一个科学的数据，要么就是政府可能花钱请这些科学家给我们一个错误的数据。
Now, after a period of years, 1998, 99, 97, 98, they did field studies of where spoonbills were actually located by local scientists. And you'll see all of these locations. So that Uncle Gaong was really right. Dr. Coulter was theoretically close. And you'll see spoonbills in this area that is now we think of as Suncha.
那在后来呢，就是我们当地的科学家又再去做田野调查。那后来出来的结果，大家可以看到在绿色的部分。所以我们可以说 ，Coulter 教授他的理论是非常接近，那张博在他的书里也是很正确的。那我们就把底下的这块又补足了。
And this, I think, is one of the most important contributions that all of us can make. Those of us who have both theory that we learn from books and respect for local wisdom and combine those two into new kinds of science.
那所以这就是我们可以贡献我们自己的不一样的地方，因为我们有一些学术的背景，我们学过这些东西，那我们又能够尊重在地人的智慧，所以我们就可以把两者结合在一起，成为一种新的科学中心。
Now, some of the specifics about the spoonbill, most of you already know. They only can feed, they can only eat in water that's about 4 to 20 centimeters. And when they are roosting or resting, they generally like to be able to be away from people and dogs because they don't want us to bother them or a dog to eat them. And we can actually then begin to see how much space spoonbills need to actually successfully live in Taiwan.
那我们各位可能已经知道黑面琵鹭的一些习性，因为它觅食的时候，它需要的水深大概是4到20公分。那它也不喜欢被人或狗打扰，它有一定的警戒距离。那有这些数据之后，我们就可以开始来想，我们要怎么样的区域才能够真正让黑面琵鹭可以在这边安心的栖息。
And I think some of you are aware of the fact that in the early 1990s, the spoonbills were primarily roosting at this site, but that they did, when habitat was appropriate, spread by stepping stones from that site to south all the way down here to Jiading and on and all the way north beyond Benin and Fudai, and off of this map here all the way to Albu. Obviously there are a few birds all the way to Yilan County, but the concentration in the winter is along this area, and they have indeed, over the years, they started largely here and have taken over where there is fairly good habitat both north and south.
那我们大家知道，在1990年代初期的时候，大部分的黑面琵鹭会聚集在中文西体的这个地方栖息活动。那如果是栖息地的条件允许的话，他们会开始往南或北扩展。所以现在一直到北门布袋，然后往南一直到我们水晶这边，都会有黑面琵鹭来这边栖息。
The fourth is that when you are working with the local people, whether it's in Jiading or if it's in Los Angeles, you need to ground the future in the everyday experience of those people. You cannot come in and impose something that is brand new without tying it to past tradition.
那第4点就是，不管在什么地方工作，你必须要跟当地人合作，你必须要把你所设想的未来跟他们每天生活的经历结合在一起，你不能把一个全新的生活方式强加在他们身上。
And here's a really good example. Do any of you know Tsai Fuchan?
有人认识福昌吗？
Yeah. Okay. All right. This is Tsai Fuchan. He is the director of an institute in National Taiwan University. He also is from a little village just south of Fudai. And I'm going to show you how he introduces both the global science and is completely aware and sensitive to the local patterns.
戴福昌是台大水上研究所的执行长，那他自己是出生在南部的一个小渔村里面，所以他是一个很好的例子，告诉我们他怎么把世界国际性的知识跟他在地的生活的经验结合在一起。
So, which of the groups went to the guard tower?
你们是不是有人昨天睡碉堡？昌楼。
Yeah. Okay. All right. In Fuchan's village, the local people wanted to build one of these guard towers to be a bird watching tower. They didn't want to build just a regular bird watching tower. They wanted it to be like the old guard towers.
在福昌他们家那个村子里面，当地的村民想要建一个跟这个枪楼长得一样的、跟传统枪楼一样的观鸟亭，他们不想要盖一个普普通通的观鸟亭。
So that village wanted to ground the future in something that was from the traditional past.
所以他们为他们未来的设想，未来要盖的这个小鸟亭，就要跟他们传统有的这个元素去结合在一起。
So they went through a design process of figuring out how would we build a guard tower in our village. The old guard tower had been destroyed. How would we build a guard tower that would be good for bird watching? So here's the community in a participatory process of designing a guard tower to be bird watching.
这是他们当时在讨论设计的一个过程，就是在当地的社区的居民在这